Hello, everyone. My name is Perry, and Vinny over here is my big brother and one of my best friends. We do things like kite flying, ride bikes together, and go fishing. He's like my truly mentor, my friend, and my companion, and I thank him for all that he's done for me.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Judy, for inviting us here today. Thank you, everyone, for bringing Perry and I together, first of all, because without big brothers and big sisters, there would be no Perry and Vinny. So I thank you very much for that and all the people who are involved with making big brothers and big sisters what they are today. Well, let's see. You just saw me receive recognition from President Bush a short time ago, and that was truly an honor to receive a recognition from the president and his wife. And on March 30th, I was ordained as a deacon, and my first prayer as a deacon was to pray for the President of the United States, and that was truly an honor. Now, as we go forth today, I'd just like to tell you a little bit about myself. As they mentioned, I was incarcerated, and I was definitely headed down the wrong path. But most of the time, when someone has a problem, whether it's substance abuse or any life-controlling thing, whether it be substance or situation, if you get down to the root to the problem, most of the time it's about love. If someone knows definitely, if they have someone that cares about them genuinely, I'm not talking about talking at them, I'm talking about actually talking to them, where they can feel you and know that you're sincere about what you're doing, it truly makes you feel good. It's a reward that you feel in your heart that I really, really can't express with words. When I was released from incarceration, I too had a mentor. His name is Bill Brandt. He actually designs the guidance system for MX missiles. And when I got out, he asked me, he said, Vinny, you can have anything you want to eat at all. And I wanted a cheeseburger. And he bought my plane ticket to come back, and he told me if things weren't going right with me in Washington, that I could come back to live with him. This man knew me from he didn't know me at all. But as we got to know each other and he was sincere about it and he was willing to go that extra mile, and that's what it's all about. We can sit back and talk about how the youngsters talk, how they dress incorrectly. 9 times out of 10 it's because they've never really been actually taught how to do these things. And if each one of us, just one of us, would not just sit back and just talk about it and would just step out and do, it really doesn't take a lot. You'd be surprised. Little goes a long way in these situations. Children need strong role models and relationships with adults to nurture their confidence and character. All the children need to experience the joy, and they need to be taught that you give back, because blessings come to you not for you to hold them. They come to you to give them, and the more you give, the more you receive. And today, on behalf of Big Brothers and Big Sisters and Judy Vrettenberg and the entire Big Brothers and Big Sisters family, please join me in welcoming the First Lady of the United States, Laura Bush.
Thank you all very, very much. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you all. Okay. Thank you so much, Vinny. Thank you, you and Perry, for telling us your story. You know now from the video and from Vinny talking about it that the president and I met Vinny and Perry a couple of months ago. We met him at an event that was designed to highlight the awareness of the importance of mentors, especially children who have a parent who's incarcerated. I want to thank Vinnie and Perry for sharing their story with us. Thank you for being an example to all of us, both of you. Thanks so much. As you heard from Vinnie, mentoring doesn't only benefit children. The relationship is every bit as important to the adults who share in the success of the children they mentor. And thank you all for telling us about your friendship. I'm also glad that I had the chance to meet Tom Taylor and Linda Nelson. They're both here. They're the big brother and the big sister of the year. And thanks to their little brother and their little sister, David and Patty. Patty is actually Linda's 5th little sister over the course of the last 25 years. That's quite an extended family. Tom and Linda are great examples of how adults can dramatically improve children's lives by spending time with them for just a few hours every week. Tom and Linda and Vinnie receive great support from their local Big Brothers and Big Sisters chapters, as well as from the national organization. Thanks to Judy, for your CEO, thank you very much for everything you do, and to Jody Bilney, the board president, but thanks to both of you for your leadership of the Big Brothers, Big Sisters of America. Big brothers and big sisters everywhere are answering the call to service. Last year, more than 225,000 boys and girls in 5,000 communities had a big sister or a big brother. 225,000 is a lot of children. Yet there are still many more who need help, and we want to reach as many children as we possibly can. In his State of the Union address this year, President Bush announced a new initiative called Helping America's Youth. A goal of Helping America's Youth is to make sure every child grows up with a caring adult in his or her life, whether that adult is a parent, a teacher, a coach, or a mentor. The initiative calls for action in the 3 most important parts of a child's life: a child's family, a child's school, and a child's community. And we're emphasizing the needs of boys because statistics show us that boys are falling behind girls in school. They're more likely to drop out, and boys are more likely than girls to be victims of crime or to go to jail themselves. We all know that boys and girls, especially as they get to their teen years, face hazards. Smoking and drinking may look appealing to children when they see older kids doing it. Drugs are a temptation. Young people often feel pressured to have sex. Gangs and violence are a regular presence in many neighborhoods. These challenges aren't limited to any one part of the country or to any one segment of society. Every child has to make choices between healthy behaviors that lead to success and risky behaviors that can lead down a road of bad outcomes. Our responsibility as adults is to help children resist negative pressures and then help them excel in every part of their lives. All around America, great programs are improving the lives of young people. Last week, I visited Ceasefire Chicago. Ceasefire brings together clergy, police officers, parents, teachers, doctors, and others with the goal of stopping gang-related violence. I met with a young man named Freddie, who was involved in a gang. His mentor, Miguel, who had spent time in prison himself, has been working with Freddie to help him stay in school and stay away from street violence. Ceasefire model is working. In the neighborhood I visited, there were 10 gang-related murders in 2003. Last year, there were none. Another program called Think Detroit recruits volunteer coaches who incorporate lessons about positive character development into every practice and every game. And in Los Angeles, men and women at Homeboys Industries are getting the help they need to leave gangs. Father Gregory Boyle, who's worked in East LA for 20 years, believes that skills training and jobs are essential for young people so that they can support themselves and feel the pride that comes with an honest day's work. Across our country, Americans are turning good ideas into effective programs that give children hope for a better future, a future free from violence, free of drugs, and full of opportunities to go to college, to find a good job, and to raise their own loving families. The Amachi program, run with the help of Big Brothers Big Sisters, is only a few years old, but it's already very popular. Through Amachi, children like Perry, who have a parent in prison, are matched with a caring adult who provides love and support. The Reverend Wilson Good and other Amachi leaders work with local law enforcement agencies to identify the children who need the help of an adult in their lives. And they ask men and women in church congregations to put their faith into action by volunteering as mentors. Amachi mentors provide love, guidance, and friendship. They serve as role models, showing children a positive image of what it means to be a responsible adult. For boys who grow up without fathers, this is often their first understanding of responsible manhood, and the experience can change their lives. Mentors and children have fun together, going to ball games, riding bikes, or reading books. But at the end of the day, the most important contribution mentors make is spending time and attention with a child. Amachi has helped nearly 4,000 children since it was created in 2001. Amachi and Big Brothers Big Sisters are working together in 121 communities. Not every community has an Amachi program or a Big Brothers Big Sisters chapter, but every community does have loving people who can improve the life of a child. 15 million children in America need a mentor or a role model in their lives. Surely, there are 15 million caring adults who can fill that need. Through Helping America's Youth, we're encouraging people to recognize the needs in their communities and then work together to meet them. The President has introduced several initiatives to support local efforts, including funding to provide mentors for children who have a parent in prison, and a new proposal to reduce gang violence and gang involvement. One of the most essential ways the federal government can help local communities is by fostering connections between people who are already involved in good programs and people who want to get started. The USA Freedom Corps website, usafreedomcorps.gov, has the largest online clearinghouse of volunteer opportunities ever created. It's a great resource for people who want to make a commitment to children. This fall, we'll convene a White House conference on Helping America's Youth. We'll discuss some of the best practices to help children avoid risky behaviors and become responsible, healthy adults. A new assessment tool will be introduced at the conference. The tool will help communities identify the challenges their children face and the programs that are showing success in meeting those challenges. We want to make it easier for whole communities to come together in concerted efforts to give their children more opportunities for success. The time between childhood and adulthood is all too short, as George and I can attest, and every moment in a child's life is precious. After I visited Think Detroit, a newspaper reporter asked one of the little boys I'd met what he thought about my visit. And I was moved when I read that he simply said, "I wish she could stay here." Children want us in their lives, and they need us in their lives. And as I've learned from the remarkable men and women that I've met here today and across our country, each of us has the power to make the difference in the life of a child. Thank you for everything you're doing. Thanks for all the work of Big Brothers Big Sisters. Thanks for what you're doing to help America's youth. And thanks for asking me to be here with you today.